Hi there Diecast fans, what we have here is a Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7 made by Welly. Now this particular model is still being produced by Welly Diecast, and this car is based on the first production of the Carrera RS, based on its fiberglass bumper right here and the color trim that they put on the car. Red graphics on it, as you can see there, and the red magnesium wheels. I think this particular car is quite iconic because this is Porsche's attempt for the 911 to be a more hardcore on the track, and of course a meaner 911 back then, because this had, I think, from the factory had a more powerful engine, a suspension system that's specifically designed for daily track use to improve the handling, and just to reduce the weight they even attempted to make the body sheet panels a little bit thinner just to reduce the weight of it. So that's an amazing and an astounding move by Porsche back then. I bought this model for around $35 to $37 US, a bit pricey for a diecast model on a budget category, but I am really surprised how well he put some effort on it and the level of detail that they included into this diecast model. Not only that I am really impressed on the detail that they put it onto it, but the tooling that really impresses me. Even the panel gaps right here. Most of the features of this car can be opened. I will do it later, but first I want to show you the panel gaps. There's a little bit panel gap issues, but they are not as rough compared to the other budget models, as you can see. They're very clean, actually. They're very tidy. For a meticulous collector, that should be spot on, as realistic as possible, of course. Now let me just show you the opening features of this diecast. So they're gonna provide you one of these, an opening tool. So you have to pry open the frunk first. It's a bit tedious. There you go. You do it slowly, not to scrape the paints on the bumper. So you can see there, it's all black, but at least they detailed the latch on the hood right there. So that's attention to detail, if in my opinion. And let me just show you the headlight right there. The chrome detail of the headlight right there, it's having a hard time focusing, is fantastic. Even the lines on the headlamps itself are present. Now there's too much to be said on the signal lights, but at least they colored it amber, and the part of it is there's a chrome inside on it, and there's a separate piece of clear plastic right there, and of course the metal grill right there. Now let's try open the door, but first let me just show you the detail and the precision that they made onto the door handles right there. See that? Not a single extra plastic on the sides. It's just for me perfect for a diecast model. And the side mirrors, as you can see, there's no wavy paints, there's no wavy imperfections, although I have to say this is just a one-piece chrome, one-piece plastic coated with metallized paint on it, or chrome, but it's quite nice. Yes, the detail is quite nice. As you can see here, this is one of the cons, or I don't like, about Welly diecast. Now this is a 4-year-old diecast. As you can see, the chrome trims on the windows are starting to peel off a little bit. They're trying to stain and let's just say it's a bit degrading as time goes by. It's a material quality control issue, not a build quality issue. So still, at least they managed to put it in there. So let's try to open and see what's inside the interior of this diecast model. So before you do that, you use this prying tool provided by the diecast manufacturer right here, the handy dandy prying tool. So you just open it through this latch right here carefully, and then you can see the door cards right there, as you can see, and the gauge cluster, which is quite nicely detailed, and the steering wheel. It's rounded, all black interior. This is the thing that I really am not a fan of the black interior, since you cannot appreciate the level of detail that they put in onto it. But it's there, it's the correct period, the correct color for the car, so I cannot do anything. So you can see the gear selector, the handbrake, and of course the old school bucket seats right there. So it's quite impressive, and it's got a, I don't know if you can see that, there's a headliner and a sun visor right there. They included it in a budget model, which is very impressive. So let's try to open the right door right here, as you can see. So again, the prying tool, and then you can see the glove box right here, the right racing bucket seats here, and of course the door cards, the door sidings, and that's about it. And let's take a good look on the engine bay itself. So maybe you can lift it like that, and this is quite impressive for a diecast budget model. The writings on the precautions on the engine bay is right there. I don't know if these writings are readable in a magnifying glass, but keep in mind they did it for the sake of the, for enthusiasts and for collectors, just to appreciate the model even more. Some might doesn't care, but for me, it's a meticulous move just to appreciate the model for a more reason. So you can see there, it's just quite dark because of the dark interior. So you can see the engine right there, the flat 6. There's the fan, there's the distributor, the coil distributor, and filler caps, and etc. And as you can see there, that's a mesh. That's not just one piece of plastic that they just put in onto it. As you can see there, there's also an insignia of a 2.7 number right here. There, it's quite shiny. There you go. So it's a 2 separate piece. There's a grill outside, and there, I think there's a mesh in. No, this is not a mesh. Sorry, this is not a mesh. This is just a plastic glass with the an etch and black etching on it, a black print on it, just to imitate the honeycomb grill. Now let's focus on the rear tail lamps of this diecast model. Well, the amber is really not convincing, since it's just an opaque color that they painted on it. You might as well just, if they could have only put a clear amber on it, then I think the model is gonna look even more fantastic. Although this is still a one-piece clear plastic. As you can see, the reverse light and the brake light there. Yeah, there's inside part on it, the chrome one, as far as I know, right there. You can see the courtesy or third brake light right here. Uh-huh. There you go. It's a little bit bent, but I really don't mind. This is the tight portion right here and the tail pipe right there. Just a standard painted aluminum color on it with a chrome tip right there. And now the wheels and tires. So you can see actually the wheels are very good. The wheels and tires for this diecast model is very proportional to the car. So the car really stands out with the correct ride height on it. So you're gonna appreciate this model the way it looked. It really looks like a race-ready 911. So Welly also made an effort to put the right size tires on it for what I think. It's got a wider tires on the rear, a typical Porsche move, just to improve the handling according to them. Since these cars were rear engine, rear wheel drive. And of course narrower or skinny front tires right here. And if you take a closer look on the center caps of this car, there's a Porsche logo on it. So that's a plus point, or a very impressive move by Welly right there. And of course you don't have to worry about carefully cleaning this car, since I think these are tampos. They're painted, so cleaning them up with the microfiber, if you try to wax them, there's not much of a difficulty or extra carefulness when you try to buff them and make them shiny again. Even in the graphics right here, they're painted, so it's easier to clean. And of course the Porsche right here on the engine lid, so that's really quite nice. So about this diecast model, my overall verdict, I highly recommend to look at this model if you're going to have a chance in person, since the price of this is around what I said, about $35 to $37 US. Depends on the seller or shop that you're trying to get from, and the overall look of this diecast and the build quality is spot on. It's very nice. So I think you're never going to have any doubts buying this model. So I hope this review helps you if you're trying to search this particular model, or considering even to take a look on it. So thank you very much guys for watching. I'll see you soon.